Hello, Plexus Icons. How's it going? How's it going? Blake Shaver, your Vice President of Sales Operations here at Plexus. I am so excited that you guys are all joining tonight's call. We're going to give you all just another minute or so. I see everyone kind of flooding in here from all over the country. So again, thank you so much for taking the time tonight. We are going to be joined by the one and only Mr. Eric Worre here in just a minute. But before we jump into that, I just wanted to say, let's have a pulse check in August. How's everybody doing? We're coming into the final week of the month. Last week, we had our Rising Leaders Retreat pre-launch call and kickoff call with all the incentives we have for the back half of August as we come in to one of the most crucial points in the year, right? You look at September, how it comes so quickly into the holidays and already into quarter four. It is unbelievable to think that it feels like tomorrow we're going to start talking about going to Cancun in February. We have Super Saturday in January, and the year is just flying by. And I think tonight is going to be a crucial part of that momentum for the latter half of your year. You're going to learn so much from Eric as he pours into you guys really about recruitment, how to drive momentum into your teams. We are seeing huge success with Icons so far. We've got 26 founding Icons. If you're in the chat, let's see it. Say congratulations to everybody. And I know there are a number of you on this call tonight that are pushing for it by the end of August. So don't take your foot off the gas. Continue to drive momentum in your teams and continue to lead from the front. So let's talk about the incentives for the back half of August, because this is really where your mindset needs to be as you take the tips and tricks that Eric's going to be bringing you guys tonight to not only apply them for the end of the month, but apply them to your business moving forward. Really lead from the front and drive that momentum. So let's talk Rising Leaders Retreat. If you guys missed last week's calls or last week's announcements, the latest trip is live. It starts September 1st, and we are going to the beautiful Moon Palace in Cancun, Mexico. So as of right now, our countdown to Cancun is on. Through August 31st, you guys have the ability to get Rising Leaders Retreat credits to basically give you a head start on earning this trip. So the work you do now is going to benefit your qualification for the contest. And if you guys haven't caught this yet, enroll 3 for 150 Rising Leaders Retreat credits, or enroll 6 for an additional 150 Rising Leaders Retreat credits. That is double contest credits, meaning right now, every enrollment you bring in of 100 PV or more is double enrollment credits for the contest. The trick is you got to get to 3 or 6 to unlock those double credits for the sake of August. Now, this is an icon call. You guys are iconic leaders. You're leading from the front. If you go icon by 831, that's an additional 800 credits toward Rising Leaders Retreat. So you see this total here of 1,100 credits. That is well over halfway to get to Cancun. If you guys remember correctly, you only need 1,600 credits to get an invite to Cancun in February, and you could have 1,100 of those 1,600 by the end of this month. So again, continue to lead, continue to keep your foot on the gas, drive the momentum, and really continue to share Plexus with each and every one that you come into contact with. So again, countdown to Cancun is on. And to build on top of that, let's talk about the offer for the new VIPs. As you guys are out there sharing hope, health, and happiness with others, what better way to lead with our products than with a guarantee, right? We are so confident in our products that if your new VIP commits to hope, health, and happiness for 90 days or 3 months, we're going to commit to that customer and ship those first 3 offers for free. So their initial order plus their next 2 calendar months orders, whether that's a subscription or a discretionary order, those new VIPs, those new customers can feel confident knowing that they're committing to a company that's going to commit right back to them with over $30 in savings by covering those shipping costs, simply for them to embark on their hope, health, and happiness journey. So this is a great conversation. We know we have products that work. We know we have products that people are looking for. Let's get out there, let's share them, and let's make sure that that mindset is there to understand 3 months of hope, health, and happiness. And I promise you, you're going to start feeling better. So now let's talk about what's in it for the ambassador as well. You have countdown to Cancun. You guys are hard at work creating new senior silvers. You're creating duplication in your business. And we all love business building bonuses, right? Well, last week we also launched next day pay for BBBs. So any new enrollment that's coming in right now, your BBB for that enrollment pays next day by 5 p.m. Eastern. So as long as it's a business day and it happens before a Friday evening, you're going to get paid the next business day. Anything that happens Friday on will get paid Monday evening. This is a great conversation. Start asking your new brand ambassadors or your new customers who are looking to share and make a little extra money. You know, what could $60 do for you this weekend? What could $100 do for you this weekend? And teach them how easy it is to share these Plexus products and get that money next day. It is so fun to be able to celebrate some of that instant gratification. It's quick money in your pocket. Pay for gas, pay for lunch, take your spouse out to dinner. There are so many ways that you could have these conversations around next day pay. And it is so empowering to know that that's a part of your business opportunity conversation there for new people. So again, next day pay is running through September 30th. So be sure to take advantage of that. You've got countdown to Cancun. And if you're on this call tonight, if you are planning for 300, 600 credits, 1,100 credits, tell me in the chat. I want every single person on this call to have a significant head start to Cancun, because when September 1st hits, I have no doubt that this entire group is going to be very close, if not surpassing the qualifications to be getting an invite to come to Cancun in February with all of us. So we appreciate you all for joining tonight. I am going to be turning some time over to our good friend, Mr. Eric Worre, to really pour into you guys with some of his training that he has just tried and true tested over his career and continues to see success with. So Eric, how are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you all. And put Cancun in the chat if you're planning on qualifying for that trip. Who's going? No matter what, you're going to figure it out. You're going to qualify. You're going to make it happen. You're going to be there. All right. I'm going to give you some tools today that will help you to get qualified, help you make it happen. Okay. In the next 53 minutes, I'm going to give you a training that in the long form is about 5 hours. So I'm going to condense 5 hours into 53 minutes. And it's going to be all about growing your network. 4 things that we do in our business. We sell VIP customers. We recruit. We upgrade those customers to become brand ambassadors. We duplicate the process. And we lead. Those are 4 things we do. Sell, recruit, duplicate, lead. I want to focus on recruiting. Now, here's what I want this to be. How to recruit 20 new VIP customers who become brand ambassadors in 30 days. That might be a bit of a paradigm shift for you, kind of a mindset shift, because I see all this stuff focused VIP customers, VIP customers. You kind of gather customers. I want to talk about turning a customer into a brand ambassador, somebody who has an intention of growing a business with you. Okay? If you're interested in learning how to recruit 20 people as VIP customers who become brand ambassadors in 30 days, put 20 in the chat. Let me see if you're serious. And also know this, at the end of this presentation, 52 minutes from now, we will get you all the slides that I'm going to go through. We're going to get you all the slides. So take notes if you want to, but also know that you're going to get the slides. First question, why 20? Why is 20 a big number? I've learned this is actually a very, very important number. I like the top leaders, the jewels that are on this Zoom. Was there a time when you brought in 20 or more in a short period of time? Yes or no in the chat. Is there ever a time? Was there ever a time when you brought in 20 or more in some short period of time? And look at the chat and look for the jewels and see if that's true. I've deconstructed my success in the past and all the millions of people that I've worked with around the world, and that 20 is actually helpful, important. Somebody said they did it their first month. There's some no's, there's some yeses. Did 20 in 4 days, Deborah did. See the yeses, see the no's. Some people did it a little bit longer. Some slow. In my opinion, if you want to go big, slow and steady doesn't win the race. I think sometimes we think, well, there's the turtle and there's the rabbit. And the whole story is the turtle stays dedicated, being a turtle. And it's better to be a turtle than to be a rabbit. In my opinion, it's better to be a rabbit than a turtle, then a rabbit, then a turtle, then a rabbit. If you're a focused rabbit, can a turtle compete with you? No. Be a focused rabbit. Success loves speed. I've learned this. Success loves speed, velocity, momentum, acceleration, growth. It's attractive. It's interesting. It's exciting. It's fun. Success loves speed, velocity. And think about this. The key to all of this is getting off the ground. Getting off the ground. If you get into an airplane and you give it 20% throttle, are you going to get off the ground? No matter how excited you are, no matter how motivated you are, no matter how inspired you are, if you only give it 20% throttle, you're never going to get off the ground. You've got to, at some point, give it 100% just to get off the ground, get some velocity. Then you can level off. So whether you want to make $500 a month or $500,000 a month, your first 90 days or the acceleration time when you make a decision, because there's two types, right? One type of person is a person who joins and moves really, really fast. But they're actually pretty rare. What's more common is somebody joins, they hang out for a while, they get to know it, they go to an event, they meet some people, and then like 6, 7, 8 months later, then they say, okay, now's my time. At some point, you get mad and say, I'm going to go do it, right? I'm going to go make it happen. It's not a quality game, it's a quantity game. The story is good. The products are good. The company's good. Compensation's good. Culture's good. Team's good. Tools are good. You just need to, more people need to hear about it. If you want to have more success, you just have to talk to more people. It's really simple. Let me give you the math. Let me give you the math on this. The math and the schedule of recruiting 20 people in 30 days. Is it possible? Just answer this question. Is it possible to do? What do you think? Yes or no? Is it possible? If you had to do it to save your family, if you had to, and it was $1 million prize, and you couldn't tell anybody that you'd share the million with them, is it possible? Of course it is. Of course it is. When you get mad, when you say enough is enough, when you draw a line in the sand and say, I'm going to do this no matter what, even if other people are not going to do this, is it possible for you to qualify Icon by the end of August? Is that possible? Is it in the realm of possibility? Of course. So the only question is not if you will, it's just will you? Will you? Or if you can, it's will you? I believe every single person in Plexus can qualify Icon this year, for sure. Everyone who wants to could qualify by the end of August, for sure, even if they just joined 5 minutes ago. It's just a matter of will they? And it's really, honestly, just a decision. Once you make the decision, everything you've ever really wanted to do, you figured it out. You did. So the recruiting realities are this. We've done this math. We talked about it a bit at convention. 70% of people, on average, at any moment in time, recruit 0. 20% recruit 1 to 2 people. 5% recruit 3 to 5 people. These are distributors, brand ambassadors, people who become brand ambassadors. 3% recruit between 6 and 9, lifetime. And 2% recruit 10 or more. 10 people who become brand ambassadors or more. 2%. This 2% drives everything. How many of you are part of the 2%? How many brand ambassadors have you recruited since you started? Do you know the number? If you don't know the number exactly, just put 2%. If you know the number, put it in. Put it in the chat. How many have you recruited? I will tell you that's the reason why you're a success, because put that slide back up. The 98% are tourists. They're tourists in Plexus. They're tourists. Because what can a long-term career expectation be if a person only brings in less than 10 people that have any business building intention? What can it be? Very, very low. So the 10 or more, they bring in 70% of all the recruits. They average 27 recruits once they get into the 2%. They drive everything. So I want to show you the difference between fast and slow. Because some people, it's once you get involved in network marketing, at some point, somebody does this little, if you recruit 1 person a month and everybody in your team recruits 1 person a month, in 2 years, you have all the people in the world kind of thing. You ever drawn that little chart? It's like, it's nonsense, just so you know. It's nonsense. Slow and steady does not win the race. Not for big success. And I don't think you'd be on this Zoom if you didn't want big success. Okay? Slow and steady does not win the race. Slow and steady will starve you to death. Slow and steady, you'll just leak out. You'll rust out. You'll wear out. A burst is so much better. So let me show you a fast results versus slow results. So if we do something fast in 30 days or slow 30 months, okay? 30 days versus 30 months. And in both of these scenarios, you bring in 20 people. Okay? 20 people who become brand ambassadors, not just VIP customers, who become brand ambassadors. In the first 30 days, do you have 20 people by the end of the first 30 days? No, you don't. You have about 12. 8 of them almost immediately disappear. They go into the witness protection program. They don't respond anymore. They ghost you. They're just gone. If you do it fast, you'll have 12 people. If you do it slow, you'll have 8 people. Okay? So same 20 people. You do one every day and a half during the fast. You do one every month and a half during the slow. Same 20 people. After 30 days, if you do it fast, you'll have 12 that are working about, and you'll have 8 if you do it slow. But are those for real? Are they long-term? No. They've been abducted. We don't know. But after 90 days, what happens? If you do it fast, you'll end up with about 8 people or so out of 20 that you started with. 90 days in, after your little run, 90 days, you take a look. Who do I have? Who's working? It's about 8. And other people just backed into customer. They've just decided to, they got distracted with something. They went, oh, look, a bird, and they're gone. If you do it slow, you're going to have, instead of 8 people, you'll have 4 people. Now, after a year, do you have 8 lines that are just going to build forever? Or 8 that are just going to absolutely crush it for forever after a year? What do you have? About 4. You're going to have 4 people after 12 months. And this is me coaching millions of people. 4 people. And one of the 4 will be doing more than the other 3 combined. Those of you who have done this, by the time I'm done, you tell me if my numbers are true or false. Okay? After a year, if you do it slow, you're going to have 2, maybe. In 5 years, do you still have 4 people? No, you're going to have about 2 that are still working, big, strong lines. And if you do it slow, cross your fingers, hope for the best. So Cindy says dead on for my team. Stephanie says spot on. Leslie says so true. How about the rest of you? Are these numbers accurate? Michael says very accurate for what I did. Success leaves clues, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just here to tell you, it's mean to do it slow. Because look at the success rate. It's mean to the people that you're bringing in to do it slow. Isn't that weird? If you bring in one person every 6 weeks, every single one of them is going to feel alone. Every single one of them is going to feel like they're an orphan. Every single one of those is going to feel a little bit neglected. You bring them in 30 days, they're all part of the family. They're all excited. They use each other in order to motivate each other. They learn from each other. They grow with each other. They're like the class of 2025, and they all have their identity together, and they compete, and they have fun, and they're friends forever. How many of you are friends with somebody that you came in during one of those seasons, and you're still, sisters, sideline sisters, I think somebody said, or brothers, because you came in during that period of time? You have a different identity, different connection. So put it up again. It's mean if you do it slow for them. And it's nice, it's kind if you do it fast, because you give them a better chance for success. And I was always uncomfortable with recruiting, so I stumbled on this. I would rather get it over with. I'm just going to go bring as many people as I can because I loved working with people after they came in. But doing it slow, doing it every 6 weeks for forever, blah. Just let me bring in the class, and then I'll help that class become independent and stay friends. And then I'll bring in the next class, you know? So I get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off. Get it over with. Bring a bunch of people in. If you're going to bring a bunch of people in, do it by the end of August. You're going to get all these extra points and stuff, right? You're going to be well on your way to Cancun. Just do it. Do it now. Get it done. It is a numbers game, folks. It's a numbers game. So I'm just going to guess at numbers. If you do 10, I'm going to ask you first before I show you my guesses. If you do a 10 presentations, I want you to tell me in the chat, 10 full presentations. They see the Plexus opportunity. They see the products. They join your business. How many do you need to talk to in order to be able to recruit 2? Or excuse me, how many can you recruit out of 10? Ultimately, might not be immediately after the first presentation, but with follow-up, what percentage out of 10 full presentations? They really fully understand this. 2 to 3, Brittany says. 2, Nancy says. Cassandra says 2. Kristen says 1. 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. Now, here's the thing. If you're terrible at it, it might be 1, or it might be half of 1. You might have to do more numbers. If you're great at it, you might get 4 or 5. But would it be fair for us to say about 20% ultimately? 2 out of 10? See, I'm here to tell you, if you do this monthly, right? Typical 30 months recruiting effort. You do 10 presentations over 30 months, you might get 2 if you are just a champion at follow-up. Which means what? To get 20, what do I mean by a full presentation? Vanessa asks, somebody fully understands the products and the business. They understand what Plexus is, what it offers, what it can provide. They fully have become educated. That's what I mean. And that might be a process. Becoming a customer, learning more, checking out some things, meeting some people. 10 presentations and two brand ambassadors, which would mean what? If you want to recruit 20 people, how many presentations do you need to do? You need to do about 100 presentations. Which means if you say some people are not going to show up for every presentation, you're going to have some no-shows. You're going to probably have to have like 125 appointments. This is just simple math, right? Which means, depending on your skill level, you're going to have to do 300 or so texts or calls or conversations started. Get those conversations started, eventually setting some sort of exposure, eventually doing some sort of presentation, and then follow up, right? In order to be able to create the 2 or the 20. Can you just invite them to Monday's call? Sure, that's part of it. But you're going to have like 300 to 500 on your list, or find 300 to 500 people in order to be able to start conversations with them, schedule the appointments, get the presentations to actually happen, and end up with your 20 people. So here's what I'm here to tell you. That's if you do it slow. If you do it fast, the numbers change. And some of you have been doing similar numbers to this. And the reason why you're bringing in 5 people a year or whatever is because you've done what? 25 presentations total in the year. That's why you're bringing in 5. So you don't have enough conversations, you don't have enough presentations, you don't have enough follow-up. And Gina says, wow, 300 started. It's not hard to start a conversation. Say hello to every single person in your world that you know. Be normal. We've talked about this. Be normal. Keep the conversation going. Keep it appropriate. Look for an opportunity to pivot to either product or business or both. But you need to put in the numbers. If you're not actually having the conversations, how do you expect your business to grow? If you're not doing presentations to educate people, how do you expect your business to grow? It's just not going to. So if you do it fast, right? If you do it in 30 days instead of 30 months, here's what happens. Instead of getting 2 people out of 10, you'll get 3 or 4. You really will. You're like, no. Yeah, you will. That means you need to do 60 or 70 presentations in order to get 20. You only need 80 or 90 appointments, like 150 texts and calls. You need to have 150 to 300 people on your list in order to be able to make that happen. So it's much more efficient to end up with the same or better results in a shorter period of time. Less people, less conversations. I promise you. I had a friend who in 10 days, I'll tell the story very quickly. Big entrepreneur. He ran into a network marketing opportunity and he said, you know what? I'm going to build a team. So he talked to a few people on his team and said, I'm going to do one-on-one presentations in a Starbucks every day for 10 days. Here's the 10 days. I'm going to invite people. You can invite people, schedule it through my assistant. And he did 144 presentations in 10 days, 14 a day on average in a Starbucks, 14 a day. Now, I'm not making a claim. I'm just letting you know he recruited about 50 of those people and he's earned north of $8 million since he's done it. He helped them for about 9 months and then he went on to his other business ventures. He's still earning from those 10 days. What if he spread those 144 presentations out over 144 days instead of 10? Or 140 weeks, even worse. 1 a week. Wow, that seems pretty good. Or 1 a month. He'd lose energy. They'd lose attention. He had people lined up in the Starbucks. He's finishing with one person. He started with a 30-minute presentation. By the time he was done, it was like 8 minutes. Here's the business. Here's the product. Here's the opportunity. I'm looking to do this. Are you in or you out? See that person over there? They're the next person I'm going to talk to. They're either going to be in your downline or your upline. You decide. Are you in the game or you out? Literally, his presentations were just bang, 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 bang with intensity. Now, am I saying that's going to happen for you? No. Are you going to get an $8 million check for doing 10 days? I'm not going to say that. But I am saying if you do things fast, you're going to get results. So I'm going to walk you through how to do this. Okay. Is it best to use third-party presentations, corporate calls, in-person with sponsor, send video? Yes. Is it best to use events? Yes. Is it best to use other people? Yes. Is it best to invite to a Zoom? Yes. It's all about quantity. Whatever you can get somebody to do. Sounded like Grant Cardone. Wasn't Grant Cardone. You don't even know the guy. Out of Dallas, Texas. Still earning today. Crazy. Let me give you the schedule. If you want to recruit 20 people who become brand ambassadors in 30 days, if you're excited about this, right? Let me give you 4 parts of the schedule. And you can get out of your head with this. Just get out of your head and do it. And you'll get big results. Okay? So here we go. 4 parts to the schedule. Part 1 is preparation. If you're going to try and do this in a 30-day period of time, and if I was working with you personally, I would encourage you to do it. You can do it. You can make it happen, even part-time, even if you got a busy life and kids and a busy schedule and stuff going on, you can still do it. I promise. You have way more capacity than you even know. I'll give you an example. Why don't you look up what your average screen time is? Look up what your average screen time is. That tells you how much time you have to build a business. Because most of that scrolling is not building a business. You're letting social use you. You're not using social. So can you use social as a tool? Sure. But your screen time will tell you exactly how much time you have in order to be able to build a business. Lindsay says, I feel attacked. I'm not attacking you. My screen time's too high too, but I get a lot of stuff done. So part 1 is preparation. Clear the decks and get prepared. You want to bring in 20 and 30? Get rid of distractions, get rid of to-do lists, and get people in the family to chip in and help, right? Clear the decks. Pick a day you're going to start. Clear the decks. And then the first 10 days of your 30 days is all about front loading an enormous amount of presentations. The first 10 days, it's just start as many conversations as you possibly can. Book as many presentations as you possibly can. Go, 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 go. First 10 days. You want to load it up early in the 30 days so you can close strong, right? You can condense this in the next 10 days if you want. Take the next 3, load it up as much as possible. Take the 3 after that to be point number 3, the second phase, which is transitioning into follow-up. You know, hopefully in that first period of time, you started conversations, you were able to do a presentation of some sort, tool, an event, a Zoom, something. Introduce them to a person, show them a video, let them try a product, whatever, doesn't matter. First 1/3, front load the conversations and presentations. Second, third, transition into follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Most people aren't going to join. And follow-up for you, let me just give you a mental frame change. Bringing somebody in as a VIP is not a brand ambassador, right? So they join as a VIP. Some of you feel like you're done. The follow-up is to turn the VIP customer into a brand ambassador. That's what the follow-up is. Does that make sense? So you're going to follow up. Let's say they become a VIP customer in the first 10 days. The follow-ups help them transition into a brand ambassador. Then the final 10 days, closing, helping people make a decision. So if you just fill the pipeline at the beginning, then you can follow up. You can help people make that decision and get launched. Okay, so let's talk about preparation. I'm going to give you 10 steps to prepare for recruiting 20 people in 30 days. And again, I don't know how many people are on this Zoom. Do you know how many? I don't know how many are on. But here's what I would tell you. I came here to talk to like maximum 100 of you. Maximum. There's 785. I came here to talk to 100 of you. The rest of you are not going to be ready for this. And that's okay. Go as slow as you want. Gather your energy. Become stronger. Do it later. But for those 100, put a 100 in the chat if you feel like you're one of those 100. Okay? I'm curious. Because I'm going to give you 10 steps, and not everybody's going to do it. I'm just here to talk reality, okay? Not big hug, feel good. Let me give you a truth. Your family does not get paid in hugs. Like emotionally, yeah, hug your family. But financially, build a business so you can have time for more hugs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's not well said, but you know what I mean. We need to make some money here at some point. If you've been around Plexus for a while and you're not making the money that you want to make, let's change it. So if you're going to prepare, here's 10 steps to prepare. 1, make a commitment. I'm going to take these 30 days and I'm going to treat this more seriously than I ever have in my life. I'm doing it. I'm going to recruit 20 people in 30 days. Number 2, your sacrifice. What are you willing to give up? Screen time, hobbies, even some personal time. Ask others to sacrifice. Ask your spouse if they'll support you while you go on this run. Ask your friends if they'll push you while you go on this run. Ask your family to encourage you while you go on this run. Ask your kids to say, Mama, go. Mama, you stop. Mama, go back to work. We want to go into a better school. Get to work. We want to have a happier Christmas. Get to work, Mama. Or get to work, Dad. Go do it. Ask others to sacrifice for you, help you. Help with the things that are distracting you from your greatness, like laundry, like grocery shopping, like cleaning out the closets, like vacuuming the house. Ask other people to help during this 30 days. Even if you have a spouse that doesn't support you, you know why they're not supporting you? You want me to tell you? Can I be honest? Here's the honest truth. Here's why. They're tired of watching you crawl. They're tired of you halfway doing this. Because if you halfway do this, if you're the turtle, You take distraction away from family and relationships, and you don't get money in return. You know when you're going to get support is when you stop halfway doing this. And you go all in. It doesn't have to be forever. It's 30 days, not 30 months. It's 30 days. Ask other people to help you. If you have a non-supportive spouse that say, look, here's the deal. I get why maybe you haven't loved what I'm doing here with Plexus. Will you give me 30 days and will you support me all the way? And I'll try as hard as I can, and let's talk about it again after 30 days. See what they say. Ask others to sacrifice. Number 4, negotiate. Negotiate with your kids. Let them know, hey, when I'm done with this 30 day, then we're going to go do this. When I'm done with this 30 day, then we're going to go do that. Negotiate with your husband. What does he want? Offer him more when you're done. When you're done. Or maybe in part of the negotiation process. Whatever you need to do in order to be able to clear the decks. I'm playing, but you know what I mean? Set the time you're willing to spend. What time are you willing to spend? And you say, I don't have time. I don't have time. Hey. What time are you willing to spend? How many hours a day? How many hours per week? How many total hours over this 30 days? Do this. Enjoy it. It's fun. I promise you, it's scary to start. It's super fun when you're doing it. Super fun. Number 6, clear the decks. Get rid of everything. Get rid of anything that will distract you. If you've got a big stack of to-do stuff, grab it all, take it to a closet you never go into, put it in that closet, close the door, lock the door, and don't go in there for 30 days. Okay? Clear the decks. Get rid of anything that will distract you. Figure out the tools that you're going to use during these 30 days in order for you to grow faster. What tools are you going to use? Pick a start date. Warm up your list. Just start having conversations and imagine it done. Just imagine it done. I want you to think about what would happen to your business if you involved 20 VIP customers who all became brand ambassadors in a 30-day period of time. What would be the short-term results? What would be the long-term results? What would happen? It'd be epic, wouldn't it? Change everything, wouldn't it? Imagine it done. Okay? Now, filling your funnel. Preparation, your candidate list. We've talked about this before. Your candidate list, who do you know? Everybody in your phone, everybody address book, email list, other lists, friends of friends, social media contacts, people you do business with. This is all stuff that I would do in the preparation phase. Former associates, people in different professions, people who live in different places. You want a list of at least 100 people. You decide where you're going to put that list, how you're going to do that list, but be ready. Next, separate your candidate list into 3 groups: hot market, close friends and family, people who love you and sometimes can be the hardest on you; warm market, people you might know on a peer level or have some leverage with or some kind of relationship with; and cold market, people you don't know well yet. Maybe you're somehow connected or you see them on social or whatever. You meet them as you go through life. Hot warm market, warm market, cold market. Let's talk about inviting. You're going to invite people in those first 10 days, right? Invite them to take a look, invite them to learn more. You're going to be inviting your hot market with a no pressure. Hey, listen, I'm involved in this thing, no pressure. It would mean the world if you would just support me and grow my business. If you'd be my customer one time, it would mean the world to me. I'd really appreciate it. Can I practice my presentation on you? Can I ask you to support me no matter what? Can I ask you for people who might have benefit with our products? Can you make introductions for me? I'm launching a business. It's not about you joining my business. I just want you to support me. Okay? Help me. You can even do this in pre-launch if you want to, the hot market. You can do it in pre-launch. But even in your launch time, make sure that they understand no pressure, support and practice is what you're trying to do. Warm market is a direct approach. Here's what I've got. I want you to take a look. Now, it might start casual, and then you could say, hey, I've got a thing for you. Working on whether product or opportunity. And cold market is, don't worry about this market too much in your 30 days unless you bump into somebody. Like if somebody all of a sudden start commenting on your socials, or somebody you run into at the, picking up kids after school or whatever. Somebody gives you great service at a store if you have time to shop. And you can recognize them for that. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you really want to accelerate in this 30-day period of time, just focus on third-party tools as much as you possibly can. Events, tools, and people. Any events that are happening in this 30-day period of time, are there any Zooms that you can leverage? Can you schedule some three-way calls? Can you schedule some small group meetings, some home meetings for more people to understand? Can you figure out a conference call? Can you do a social media live? Can you ask your upline to come on a social media live? Don't get stuck in the weeds as far as what is this and what's the script for that, and don't worry about this stuff. You're going to have so many conversations, you're not going to even worry about scripts that much. You're just going to reach out, start conversations with people, and look for an opportunity to educate them about the products or the business or both. You're going to use tools, you're going to use events, and you're going to use people. When I went through blitzes like this, I would pick a tool, video or a website or something, or samples or whatever it is I could do, and I would just do it in mass as much as I possibly could. What I've learned since is if you just start conversations, start as many as you possibly can, just start them and keep them going, there'll be plenty of opportunity to talk about the product, plenty of opportunity to talk about the business, plenty of the opportunity to talk about both at the same time. That's my preference, actually. I know you tell a person, yeah, become a VIP customer, and then you say, hey, we have this brand ambassador opportunity. But I'll tell you what I would do if I was looking to bring in 20 and 30. I would say, listen, I'm looking to expand this business. I'm looking for sharp people, and I thought about you. I want to show you what it is. I might be wrong about you. This might not be a fit, but when I thought about somebody we could have some fun with and really build something, I thought about you. Okay? So there's an opportunity to become a brand ambassador with this company called Plexus. And not only become a brand ambassador, but build a team of others. And the way that happens is people become VIP customers. And that's actually the process to become a brand ambassador. You have to become a VIP customer first to become a brand ambassador. But our goal is we're going to build a network of brand ambassadors who all have VIP customers. And we're going to take advantage of this opportunity. So let me share the company, the product, the opportunity, the compensation. What do you think? Either way, you're going to become a customer, a VIP customer. It's the only way that you can become a brand ambassador anyway. So whether you're interested in the business or the product, I would encourage you to become a VIP customer as part of your homework to figure out if this company's for real. And if it is, and I promise you it is, I'll introduce you to all the people. I'll show you all the stuff. I'll introduce you all the information. Then we can get you upgraded to brand ambassador, and then we go to work. If everything checks out, just generally, are you in or you out? You good to go? You at least do you have an interest? Am I wrong or am I right? In the chat, in or out? If I sat down and talked to you, and that was my presentation, it was 3 minutes. Just assume that this Plexus stuff checks out. Assume that they're award winning. Assume that they're doing all the sales. Assume that they're legit. Assume that the product's amazing. You want to do this with me? Kaylin says yes. All right, Kaylin, let's go. VIP customer today. Let's get you into a brand ambassador as fast as possible. And guess what? When you join Plexus, you don't just get Plexus, you get me. And we're going to do this together. And I'll help you. We're going to learn as we go. Right? You don't have to have it all figured out, but I believe that we can crush. And I think together we can be 10 times more powerful. So let's go figure out all the details. But I love the fact that you're like, all right, I'm in. Good. Let's start the process. VIP customers, step 1. Right? Let's get you to brand ambassador as fast as possible. That would be my approach. Some of you are like, oh, we have this product. It's amazing. Here's this product. And then wait patiently for 3 weeks. How do you like the product? Would you like to help me start selling it? I would condense that 3 weeks into 5 minutes. That's what I would do. So I got 15 minutes to finish the rest of this. But what I want to do is I want to shake up your attitude a little bit. See what I'm saying? You can look at this different. It doesn't have to be slow. It doesn't have to be become a customer, patiently wait 4 weeks. And then how'd you like it? Do you like the product? Patiently wait 2 more weeks. Right? And then, oh, hey, we have a Zoom, and then patiently wait 2 weeks. Condense all that stuff. Get it over with. Let's save you time and me time. Let's go. Come on. Let's go on an adventure. It's like Thelma and Louise. We're just going to go on an adventure. We're just going. We don't know how we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So then once you figure out what your third-party tools are going to be, and it's going to be everything, but mostly it's your energy. You know what I mean? People didn't join my company. They joined me. You need to have the energy so people join you, not just the products. You, not just the business opportunity. You hear me? With this type of an attitude, starting today, there's nothing that can stop you from becoming Icon by the end of this month. Nothing. It's only 10 VIP customers, not brand ambassadors. I didn't even fully understand that at the very beginning. I was like, wait. I was thinking it was 10 brand ambassadors when I talked with the company about the program. And then, no, it's VIP customers. I'm like, huh. Okay. That'll be all right. It's just 10 customers. That is not that hard. With the products you have, come on. You just have to get busy. So your goal to do this fast, if you're going to do this in 30 days, 70 presentations, first 10 days. Book these in 30-minute blocks. You can book them in 15-minute blocks if you want. But if you do this right in the first 15 minutes, like I just did with you, and was that a script? No, it wasn't a script. It was just energy. Let's go break all the records. Let's stop crawling through this life. Let's do something shocking. Let's go have an adventure. It doesn't have, we don't have to jump off a cliff in order to do it. It's not going to affect our family financially in order to do it. What's the downside? We're going to be a little bit more healthy, and we might have a chance to build some business. Let's go. Senior Silvers, that's a challenge. How much is Senior Silver really? If I recruit you and I say, hey, here's the business and here's the opportunity, and I also say, our plan is to get you to Senior Silver fast. Are you in? In or out? What's it going to take? What? Draw me the structure. How many customers? How many points? What do you have to do to be Senior Silver? If I brought you in and you say, yes, let's go, how long is it going to take to get to Senior Silver? Not much. It might be the challenge if you're going slow. When you're going, become a customer, patiently wait 4 weeks. So you're going to be booking these presentations. Go, go, go. 9 customers. That's what it is? 9 customers and you're a Senior Silver? Really? And that's the hard part? 9 people who will try your products? 9? How many you got to talk to do that? They need 10? Okay, fine. So as you launch, we're gonna have you figure out 100 conversations quick. Like in the next day. Let's do 100 conversations in the next day. And I'll help you. We'll do the presentations together and let's go make it happen. See what I'm saying? So book it in 30-minute blocks, 70 presentations, 30 minutes. That's 35 hours. 2 Saturdays, 12 hours a day. That's 48 presentations in 2 Saturdays. Only 22 presentations during the remaining 8 days. See what I mean? It's just numbers, people. It's just numbers, my friends. So the conversation challenge, which we've done already, is you need to get into as many conversations as you possibly can. You need to send 150 to 200 texts in one day. Hi, hello, how are you? What's new? What's going on? How's life? How's the family? You ready for kids to get back in school? Whatever you need to say to start the conversation. That's all you need to do. 9 or 10 customers? Come on. Come on. Senior Silver? Come on. Let's close the gap. You need a presentation outline. You don't need a presentation outline. Did I have a presentation outline? I don't even know how to get to Senior Silver. And I could probably motivate you, encourage you to get to Senior Silver. I don't know how to, but let's go figure it out together. Let's both get there. See what I'm saying? Lexi says, last time I went gold in 21 days. So I'm not judging you for saying you need a presentation. I'm just saying there's enough out there. Work with what you have and go, 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 go. It's about talking to more people. Learn how to tell your story. Your story, here's my background. Here's what I didn't like. That I found a solution with Plexus and how I feel about the future. Learn how to tell your story in 2 minutes. Mandy says, I remember going senior gold. Do it again, Mandy. Do it again. So tell your story. Do as many presentations as possible. We got 9 minutes left in this training that I could stretch out over 5 hours if I wanted to, but I'm not going to for tonight. Why? Because you need to go to work and close August. Why? Because you need to go ahead and get all those points that are on the table. There's nothing. How many believe that there's nothing stopping you from going icon between now and the end of this month? Put icon in the chat. If you really believe that, if you just said like, well, how many believe I could go icon in 5 hours? Less than a day. How many hours do you think it would take me? Not using my reputation. How many hours do you think it would take me? Put how many hours it would take me in order to be able to go icon, including 2 senior silvers. How many? What do you think? It wouldn't be days. It wouldn't be weeks. It would be hours. So if I could do it in hours, just with energy, not even understanding exactly how every part of the compensation plan works, what could you do with all that knowledge? Experience, skill, stories? Come on. So do the presentation. It's really simple. Tell your story, do the thing, whatever your third-party tool, person, event is, and then ask the questions. Tell your story, do the thing, ask the questions. 6 quick questions. What did you like best from what I just showed you? I just showed you this. Like, first of all, if I'm going to recruit you, it's a very exciting day for me and for you. And I'm going to basically ask you if you're in or out before I do the presentation. Does that sound crazy? I've got something. It's exciting. It's amazing. I think we can both do very, very well with it, and it'll help people. I'm going to give you the details, but just generally, are you in or out? You want to do this or not? I think we can do something amazing together. Let's go. Then I'm going to do a presentation. Then I'm going to ask you some questions like, what did you like best? What did you like best? Which solution do you need the most? If they say products, what solution do you need the most? Gut health, skin health, weight loss, general nutrition, family nutrition, active lifestyle. What do you need the most help? Where would you like to start? VIP customer? On the way to brand ambassador, yeah? Well, I want to try the products first. Fine. No problem. But let's try them fast. Let's get some results fast. Let's get some feedback fast. Let's keep learning fast because I'm going to run and I want you to run with me. Please don't stay. Come with me. Let's do it together. Sign them up as a VIP customer. If they say anything related to the Plexus business, what did you like best? Scale of 1 to 10. Where are you? These are my basic 6 questions. Take a screenshot. We'll send you these lists. How much money would you need to earn per month to make this worth your time? Realistically, how many hours a week could you commit? How many months would you be willing to do it? And if I could show you how to do that, would you be willing to go? And look, even if you don't have all these answers, are you in or out? Let's go learn it together. Let's go watch the videos together. I'm coming over to your house. Are you home? I'm coming over. I remember there was one person I always wanted to work with. I started with the company. I called them up. They lived in Sacramento. I lived in Minnesota. Okay. I said, are you going to be home tomorrow? They said, yes. I said, okay, I'll see you there. And I hung up. And I got on a plane and I flew to Sacramento and I knocked on their door. I didn't talk to them 1 ounce after that. I already had their address. I knocked on their door. They opened up the door like, what are you doing here? I told you I was coming. I flew here for you. They're like, what do you have? Like, I'm serious. I've got something that's going to change our lives. All right, show us what we got. Sit down. Do you think they joined? Of course. Of course. Are you going to have questions and objections? Yes. Yes, you will. But not that many if you're going fast. If you go slow, you're going to have every question, every objection. What's the sweetener? And what's this ingredient? And what's that ingredient? And what about this part of qualification? And how do the points work? And you have all of them. If you go fast, nobody cares, really. Nobody cares. First thing to understand, questions are your friend. If anytime somebody asks a question, let's go find the answer. Let's go. It's either an event, it's in a tool. We'll find some people who know the answer. Let's go figure it out together. Questions are your friend. Objections are your friend. They might seem negative, but they're actually positive. Somebody says, well, I don't have time. They just have limiting beliefs about themselves, or they've got limiting beliefs about network marketing or Plexus. There's a little formula for that. Listen, relate to them, tell stories. If I would you. I say, somebody says, I don't have the money. I get it. I get that you don't have the money. I didn't think that I had the money either, but I decided I'm done crawling. And I know you're underpaid compared to how valuable you are. Both of us are underpaid compared to how valuable we could be to the world. I found an opportunity. If I lay this out, we go figure it out together. Would you take the next step with me? Would you take a leap of faith with me? Are you in or are you out? None of these words that I've told you in the last 50 minutes have had anything to do with getting this done. It's all been energy.